Alright, yo, what up? It's your boy, Pickle Plus, and it's fucking late night hours right now. It's actually 1:23 in the morning. I'm a little fucking buzzed right now. I've been drinking, not all night, but a good part of it. So the story so far, I'm not gonna do the whole thing. It's Transformers. It came out in fucking years ago. It'll pop up in a sec, I'm sure. But just the important part, the Decepticons have invaded the 2007. There you go. Decepticons have infiltrated the defense. Fuck it. They've infiltrated the internet, and they have taken down communications across the world. So I'm assuming these guys are just resorting to like shortwave stuff that, you know, like a walkie-talkie only has a certain range, but you can't really jam that. I don't think. I'm not a fucking expert, but I assume that's the angle they're going for here. So
God. Bumblebee.
poor Bumblebee, not gonna lie. Actually, listen. So he's lost his legs. Alright, you can see them in the back. You can't see me pointing, but like, there are his legs. There's the rest of his body, right? You see his legs. Like, listen to Sam, alright?
You alright? Please get up. Bumble.
I found that line extremely funny. Ready?
Get up. Ratchet!
So he's acknowledged that fuck. He's acknowledged that Bumblebee has lost his legs, and then he's asking him to get up. I just found that hilarious. Anyway.
What the hell was that? What are you talking about? What do you mean what am I talking about? They shot at us! F-22 pilots would never fly below buildings. That's alien.
I actually really like that. That's pretty cool. Like, understandable. That wasn't a fucking ally just because of how they acted. Like, the way they did things. It was not how things are done. No way.
That ain't friendly.
You gotta get up.
But
Okay. You're okay.
how far back did I fucking go? I thought the fight was longer than this.
Alpha 273 degrees, 10 miles. November Victor, 1.2 clicks north.
1.2 clicks north. There, here we go. This guy. I don't know who this is. This guy. I want to know if this is practical or if this is digital. Because clearly there's a lot of digital work in this movie. Like, vehicles transforming, all the moving parts, like the bits and the bobs. Holy hell, there's so much CGI. And it is amazing. Like, it doesn't seem out of place. It's fantastic. But like, I'd like to know if this is like an actual, like, did they hire a fucking tank and crush a few cars for this shot? Like, I would like to know that. If anyone has any like links or like any information on this, please hit me up with it, because I'd be so curious to know. Wait, hold on. Wait. Is that a cameraman over there? That's a cameraman. Nice. Right here. I saw the wheels and I'm like, you know how you have those old people in those like motorized I want to say it's like a scooter, but you like sit down, it's got little baskets up front. I thought it was one of those. It's just a fucking cameraman, and yeah, this is the cameraman. Okay, I don't see him there, but I had never noticed that. And that's probably been pointed out in a million fucking videos, but I had never noticed it just until like this recording right now. But this fight scene, right, between Jazz and Tank Man, or Tank Bot, we're gonna call him Tank Bot. Jazz and Tankbot. So, like, watch this shit, right? We're focusing on just Jazz, and we've gone way fucking too far early, but we're here now, so deal with it. This is sick. Like, this whole scene. Ah. And the missiles. The blast. It's so sick. And then another barrel roll. Over another missile. It's so sick. This scene here, watch this shit.
Come on, Decepticon, pump!
So in that scene, you see Jazz, Ratchet, and Ironhide take on Tankbot, right? And it's sick. Don't get me wrong. And like the highlight is when Jazz comes along right here. He transforms. It's sick. He jumps up onto the tank man, fucking dislodges his cannon so he doesn't make an accurate shot. Does he shoot after?
Decepticon, pump!
Yeah. Pulls it and it so it doesn't hit its mark. He fires the shot, then he transforms. It's sick, right? He grabs the shoulder-mounted missile launchers. He seemingly snaps it and kicks it off. Right? And I couldn't help but think to myself, how sick would it have been if this was a one-on-one with Jazz? So Jazz was introduced as Optimus Prime's like second in command. So it goes Optimus Prime, then fucking Jazz, you know?
What's cracking, little bitches?
My first lieutenant. Designation Jazz.
This looks like a cool place to kick it.
And then probably Ratchet, the medical officer, Ironhide, the weapons specialist, and Bumblebee, just generic soldier boy. It's fine, it's whatever. But like, it would have been sick to see Jazz fuck up Tankbot boy. Sorry, I'm still on a Discord call, by the way, with someone who's asleep. So it would have been sick to see Jazz like completely 1v1 Tankbot boy and like fuck him up completely. I would have loved to see that, and that probably would have made Jazz's death even more impactful at the end of the movie, where he gets ripped in two by Megatron. Like, and you see Optimus. No. You see Bumblebee. Hold on. Let's have a quick message. Yeah, so you see Bumblebee fuck up someone in the beginning of the movie. I thought it was the police bot boy, but you see him later on in the movie, like he's still alive and going. So Bumblebee doesn't kill him. You don't really see any, except for Optimus. You see Optimus fuck up the Claw Biggie boy? I don't know their names, I'm so sorry. But you see Optimus fuck him up and kill him, like chop his head off with his sword. And that's cool. It's like Optimus Prime is like a big deal. It's the top dog of the Autobots. Cool. You don't really see anyone else. At this point, I still have like fucking 30 minutes left of this movie. So you don't see anyone else fuck up anyone else one-on-one. So it would have been sick to see Jazz fuck up this guy one-on-one. And then have Jazz's death at the end of the movie just be like, damn, like, Jazz is a big deal. Maybe he could take on Megatron or, like, hold his own for a bit, and Megatron just like, nope. Fucking, what is it, Dark Knight? Batman. It's one of the Batman movies with Bane where he fucking over the back. It would have been sick to see, like, Megatron just completely fuck up Jazz after Jazz 1v1 to Decepticon. I don't know if this critique has been done before, but it's just something small that I noticed and would have liked to see. Instead of that, we got Jazz breaking off his missile launcher. And then just getting fucking tossed to the side like a piece of shit. And like, granted, you have Ironhide here getting off a few shots. You see Jazz right there shoot a few shots, and then you see Ratchet over there with his fucking buzzsaw just cut him up. You know, so Jazz has a little contribution. He fucks up his missile cannon and then shoots him twice. And then Ratchet just finishes him off. But like, it just would have been sick to see Jazz one-on-one that boy just to get fucked up by Megatron at the end of the movie. I should have watched just a little bit more before I started critiquing this, because oh my god. Alright, so I remember before how I was like, oh yeah, Jazz helped kill Tankbot Boy along with Ironhide and Ratchet. I should have watched this little bit first.
What's going on? Sir, that tank thing's getting back up. These things just don't die.
Ah, Jazz didn't even kill Tankbot Boy. And you know what? I would have been a little bit more. You could have kept this part of this part of the movie if you had just had Jazz incapacitate Tankbot Boy by himself. Even if Tankbot Boy didn't die, you could have faked it out and been like, "Oh wow, Jazz just took out this motherfucker," and then Jazz gets ripped in two, and you're like, "Holy fuck! Like that's a big deal." And then they could have like ripped the rug out from under you, like, "No, actually, Jazz didn't really do anything." They'd be like, "Sir, that tank thing's getting back up again." You would have been like, "Damn." So we thought Jazz had taken him out, and Jazz thought he had taken him out, and it was all for nothing. And now Jazz is gone. If Autobot, why Jazz? Just another little snippet real quick.
Sam, get to the building.
How cool would it have been if they had altered that line just a smidge to have like an Arnold Schwarzenegger reference? Sam, get to the chopper!
Get to the chopper!
I just I just thought of it. I thought I'd share it. Well, here's the part. It was like 13 seconds later, honestly. So, here we go. Megatron has entered the battle. Bah! And that's fine, that's cool. It's been established that Megatron was released from his cryostasis. Fantastic. Riveting. Not a problem. Him being here, completely cool. Let's proceed. So right now we see Ratchet.
It's Megatron retreat.
Ironhide, I think that is. Is that Jazz? I think that's Jazz. Yeah, that's Jazz. So you see Jazz square up against Megatron. He takes a shot, and he gets shot himself by a much bigger fucking blast. Alright, cool. It's Megatron. The biggest, baddest. Because here is where I have my biggest issue. You have Megatron carrying Jazz. Cool, understandable. He just shot him and knocked, rendered him incapacitated slightly. Whatever.
Oh, you got Megatron. Come here, little cretin. You want a piece of me? You want a piece? No! I want two!
Jazz is dead. Who cares? What the fuck did Jazz do in this entire movie? He did a few flips. No, that's it. He did a few flips. Who cares? Jazz is dead. It's only Optimus's second in command as he was introduced.
My first lieutenant. Designation Jazz.
Did a few flips and he got ripped in two. Who the fuck cares? It would have been sick if Jazz himself had taken down a whole Decepticon. Why, like, show us why why Jazz is a badass. Not just because he does sick flips. Like, yo, bitch, what up, motherfuckers? I'm Jazz. I'm cool. I do flips. You fucking love me. Cause I do flips. I sell toys, right? Have him just 1v1 and completely annihilate a Decepticon only for him to get fucked up by Megatron. That just would have built Megatron from like, oh man, he's the big bad guy. It's like, alright, cool, we've heard that. But then he shows us, like, they show us that? That puts Megatron up fucking here? Like, damn. Jazz took out one Decepticon by himself. Megatron... Jazz took out one Decepticon by himself. Megatron just took out Jazz without even fucking batting an eye. Megatron's a big fucking deal, but nah, it's like Jazz didn't really do anything. He just like flicked this guy's missile cannon off, and Megatron was like, I want two pieces, rip. Really? You couldn't have done Jazz a little bit better. Just, and to be perfectly clear, outside of these movies, I don't know any Transformers content. I have no idea what Jazz is actually like, or if he's even a main character. Because I'm pretty sure Ironhide, Ratchet, Bumblebee, and Optimus Prime are in like a few other movies from this point out. And Jazz just gets tossed to the wayside. Like, quite literally ripped into and just bye. So maybe some of you can enlighten me in the comments and be like, yo, Jazz actually is a made-up character for this movie specifically, or Jazz has been one of the longest running characters outside of Optimus Prime or Bumblebee. I don't know, but Jazz was just done so dirty. And again, I don't care about the Transformers universe. I just care about this movie as it is, because I'm watching it. And those are my thoughts. I want to care about Jazz because he's the cool one. He's like, yo, bitches, I do flips. You know? I want to care about Jazz, but the movie's like, nah, don't worry about Jazz. We're not going to keep him around for long. He's not going to do anything, and you're not going to care about him. But so yes, that's my thoughts on just this little section of the movie. I'm going to hate this when I edit it together.